What's up and welcome to Kplus Gaming Corner, and in this Outriders video we're looking at my Edge of Time Trickster featuring Temporal Blade and Cyclone Slice. With the Edge of Time set bonus, we're doubling the damage of both Temporal Blade and Cyclone Slice, and since the base game of Outriders before Worldslayer, I've always had an interest in making Cyclone Slice a thing since to me it just looked cool, and it seemed to be not as popular a choice with most Trickster players opting for other skills instead. With this setup, Cyclone Slice will often be your first or second highest source of damage as you outperform your teammates and fly through expeditions and trials at impressive speeds. Starting with the skills, as mentioned, we're going with Temporal Blade and Cyclone Slice, and then I'm using Hunt the Prey for some extra mobility, allowing me to move around the battlefield almost at will. The third skill is really up to you though. If you wanted to use something else like Time Rift or Temporal Blade, that could also work as well. You just likely need to switch some things around in the class tree. With this, we have about a 4-second cooldown on everything, so we won't be spending too much time shooting our weapons since we'll almost always have a skill ready to use. For this reason, the weapon is your choice. You can rock with anything you enjoy playing with. For me, at the moment, I'm using a purple submachine gun that rolled with Nicola's Revenge and Critical Point, which increases my chances of landing a critical shot by 20%. And then I included Mage's Rage, which combined with Critical Point, when I do shoot my weapon, I'll be proccing Mage's Rage much easier. A quick note on Nicola's Revenge, as is the case with something like Ultimate Damage Link, this mod is at its best with the most devastating effects when used with a standard variant submachine gun or standard variant double gun, something with an extremely rapid firing rate as you want these bullets coming out as fast as possible to get the most out of these mods. For my secondary weapon, I'm using a guillotine that comes with Radiation Splash, and then I added Moaning Winds so we can mix that into our rotation and deal additional damage around us, finishing off anything that may still be standing. And Anemoy also works here, or anything that rolls with Moaning Winds or Radiation Splash, or even Clip Combustion, and then you can add Moaning Winds. Ignoring the pistol and moving on to our gear, we're using the Goggles of the Edge of Time, which comes with a key mod, Double Slice, which helps your Temporal Blade deal a good bit more damage, and these rolled with Thunder's Legacy, which is great since we're always in close range and is dealing a significant amount of damage to enemies in a 10-meter radius every 8 seconds. I included Arms and Anomaly here to help ramp up our anomaly power every time we get crits, which we're getting easily with the Critical Point mod on our gun, as well as some Ascension points which I'll mention later. For the chest piece, we're using the Armor of the Edge of Time, which comes with Wind Slash, increasing the damage of your Cyclone Slice, and these came with Dance of Death, which decreases your Hunt the Prey cooldown by 20%, and then I included Damage Absorber for some extra protection since we're spending so much time in close combat with enemies. This spot could be optional though. Another choice for defense could be Grand Bastion, which reduces incoming damage by 30% when you're in your Cyclone Slice, something like Self-Medication, or if you're feeling bold, you can forget defense altogether and go for a more offensive mod of your choosing, so there's some flexibility here. We're using the Pants of the Edge of Time, which comes with Strong Slice, which boosts the damage of your Temporal Blade, and they rolled with Vaccinated, which I can live with since it provides some defense, but I'd rather a number of other mods, so hopefully yours will roll with some better luck. And then I threw on Captain Hunter here to make sure we get that extra 16% damage to elites and bosses. For now, I'm using the Gloves of the Edge of Time, but I'm on the hunt for purple gloves, rolling with Anomaly Power and hopefully Skills Life Leech. In any case, these gloves work since they rolled with Kplus, reducing the cooldown of my Temporal Blade by 20%, and Power Assimilation, which is increasing my Anomaly Power by a decent amount per elite present on the battlefield. I included Slasher here, which is another Temporal Blade mod that allows me to swipe my blade twice before triggering a cooldown, which is good and important for getting more swipes in during your engagements. I'm using purple boots with Anomaly Power, and since I really don't need the extra long range or even close range damage, I'm still looking for boots that also have Skills Life Leech. These rolled with Untamed Power, which will absolutely shine in this build. Because we're doing so many things to ramp up our anomaly power incredibly high, Untamed Power, which deals damage whenever you use any skill to anyone in a 5-meter radius based on how much anomaly power you have, it'll easily be dealing up to 2 million damage or more every time you use a skill, and that includes Hunt the Prey. This, along with using your other skills so often, will likely make Untamed Power your third highest source of damage, doing impressive numbers, so if that's a mod you like using or are curious about, this is going to be one of the best times to use it. You'll want to make room for it. I included Danger Close, as I always do in my anomaly builds, especially builds where I'm spending a lot of time close to enemies, for the extra anomaly power bonus up to 24%, 6% for each enemy in close range, and these also came with Unstoppable Force, which is also boosting your anomaly power based on how much resistance piercing we have. For the class tree, we're staying along the bottom, grabbing all the extra anomaly power nodes available there, and making sure we hit Combat Shield's timeline for more anomaly power whenever we hunt the prey, Anomalic Acceleration, which states that when your damage skills end, you're getting another 50% increase in anomaly power for 10 seconds, and since you're constantly slashing your blades and Cyclone slicing, this buff should be up the whole time. We're also grabbing Leap of Clincher, which increases resistance piercing whenever you hunt the prey, further increasing anomaly power, Scion of the Void, which has a similar effect but for your other two skills you're using, and then we're finishing off with Altered Executioner, which is increasing your anomaly power by another 6% per enemy in close range, basically stacking with Danger Close. With the patch tree, we're up top grabbing Damaged, which increases damage dealt every time you use your Temporal Blade or Cyclone Slice, Adaptation, which is increasing anomaly power by another 15%, Harrowing, which is increasing resistance piercing, in turn further increasing anomaly power, and most importantly, Spectral Spike, which will also compete with one of your leading sources of damage since you're using your Temporal Blades all the time and hitting so many Cyclone Slice blades in very rapid succession. The important ascension points for this build are anomaly damage, anomaly power, resistance piercing, and damage against elites, as well as critical chance. The rest is up to you to fill in as you see fit. That's the build, pretty straightforward. I really appreciate you watching, and coming up I may have one more Trickster build I'm working on, but honestly I'm itching to get back to my Devastator as he's been neglected for way too long now, and I have a Banner Lord set that's good to go, and I'm also putting together a really strong statue set. If you like these sorts of videos, make sure you're subscribed to see more whenever they drop, and it really helps me out when you hit that like button. It's very much appreciated. And with that, until next time, peace.